Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another Facebook Live. My name is Rachel. I am an environmental educator at Sea Turtle Inc. Sea Turtle Inc. is a nonprofit organization and sea turtle hospital in South Padre Island, Texas. Now, this morning we have a special treat for you all as we have some hatchlings that just emerged, so we are releasing them. So I'm going to put my mask on, turn the camera around, and show you some of these hatchlings. They're right over here. So these are Kemp's Ridley hatchlings. Kemp's Ridleys are the most endangered sea turtle species in the world, and they only nest in two places in the world, and those are Texas and northern Mexico. So we're very, very lucky to have them nest here on our beaches. These hatchlings just emerged from our corral facility, so we processed them and now we immediately release them as they will enter a frenzy state, and when they're in that frenzy state we need to release them. So you'll see we have quite a few this morning. Some of them are of course a little faster than others, so you can see in the background over there we already have some making it to the water. Get a little closer here. Get a good view. Good morning to all that are watching. I'm happy you're able to watch this live and share this moment with me here. Kemp's Ridleys are also the smallest sea turtle species in the world. Roseanne asked why we release them at daylight. We do not typically release them at this time. We only release them up until this time. So they actually emerge at night typically, and we'll emerge them then, and they'll use the moonlight to guide them to the water. This is kind of the latest or earliest, however you want to interpret it, that we release them. We cannot release them during the day as it is too hot for them, and we will not allow the birds to eat them. We are on bird watch out here, making sure they get safely to the water. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Some of the water's coming up here, so that'll drag quite a few of them out. There they go. These hatchlings will actually imprint on our beaches, and whenever they're ready to nest in the future, they will return to the exact same beaches they were born on to nest. So it's pretty cool that they're able to navigate themselves that way, but that's why we allow them to make that journey to the water themselves. We need them to imprint. Savannah asked if we're allowing people to come to releases. Unfortunately, we've had to cancel all public releases as it promotes gatherings of well over 100 people. So we're doing these Facebook Lives to share it with you all. Roberta asked what their chances of survival are. Less than 1%. So less than 1% of hatchlings will make it to adulthood. You can see that little guy just climbed over his brother or sister there. How long do they live? About a human lifespan. Atlantic greens can live to be over 100 years old. These are Kemp's Ridley sea turtles. Lisa asked where this is. We are on South Padre Island, Texas. There goes that little guy. He's moving a little faster now. Try to get a good view for you all. There he goes. If you're on South Padre Island and you're taking a beach walk and you come across a hatchling, please call us immediately. Sometimes these hatchlings will actually wash back, and it's important that we're there to keep them safe. We can administer fluids and then re-release them. So if you see any, please call us. Take a step back here. Oh, wave's gonna take a bunch of those guys out. You can see the tracks they leave in the sand. It's really interesting to see how small they are compared to the mama's tracks that they laid. Oh, here comes a wave. I'm gonna stand up so I don't make it to the water. Thank you all for tuning in this morning. We're happy to have you. Got a few left. Get a little closer. Jean asked, which way do they swim once in the ocean? So they're so tiny, they will actually find a floating algae bed, so sargassum out in the sea. And once they're in that sargassum, once they reach it, they will live there for the first couple years of their life. It offers protection from predators as well as a food source. So they're so teeny tiny that they'll actually float in sargassum out in the sea. Got this little guy left, as well as a couple there in the front. There he goes. Here you can really see their tracks in the sand. If you've seen some of our lives before, you'll notice they all kind of move at very different speeds. So some of them are very fast, some of them are a little slower. There's even nests between, or differences between cavities. So, you know, some nests are moving a little faster than others. Oh, here comes another wave. So just took that hatchling out in the far there, or a little farther, excuse me. So we have just these two left. I'll get a little bit of a higher view for you all. Paula said he looks disoriented. Sometimes they can get disoriented. So at night, that's why we drive a little bit north of here, as the city lights can be a little disorienting. But during these sunrise releases, of course, we'll monitor them. And if any of them are going the wrong way, we'll help them out. Here comes another wave. Oh. Which nest are these from? Let me check with Emma. Hey, Emma. Which nest are these from? 36A. All right. So this is from nest 36A, which is the first cavity. When they're over 100 eggs, we will actually split them into 2 cavities. So 36. So if you're the nest adopter for 36, these are the hatchlings for that nest. Jean asked if these turtles are social. They're solitary creatures out in the wild. So, you know, they do not gather with other sea turtles except for mating. But of course, you can see if you interact with them in the wild, they're still very curious creatures. Cammie's gonna give this little guy a little help to help him get oriented towards the sea. How many nests are we up to? I believe we're up to 81 nests. Most of those are Kemp's Ridleys. We do have a couple Atlantic green sea turtle nests this season, so we're super excited about that. Just these two. Oh, and the waves coming through. And there they go. Just a little closer. Take a step back here. There they go. You can see them swimming right now. Oh, there goes that guy in the back there. So everyone say bye to him. Yes, we are aware that the birds are around. We are on bird watch, so we're not going to let them take the hatchlings. How many eggs are in each nest? Each nest has on average 100 eggs. So once they're in the water, they're on their own, but we do what we can here on the beach to protect them from land predators as well as gulls. So just one left. Here comes a wave. Oh, almost. There he goes. So let's wish this last hatchling a happy life. There you go, little guy. And there he goes. All right, well, I'll give y'all a last view of the ocean here, as this is a beautiful, beautiful morning. Thank you for sharing it with us. Thank you all again. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them in the comments below. And stay tuned for the next one. Bye-bye. Have a lovely day. Oh, and happy 4th of July.